Hi and welcome to Project Marlin. This video is called Sell or Scrap. It's a 3 months AWOL update. Basically, to start with, you can see Project Marlin shirts on. I was going to say, wow, I've got the shirt and I'm obviously here to do some work on the truck. I've already filmed this video once and the sound was terrible. I've got to stop using my mobile phone for filming anything major. Come back out with a wireless mic. So I'm refilming this. I'm wearing my Project Marlin shirt, which is available on our Teespring shop for anybody that fancies one. There's a couple of other designs on there, and cups and stickers. If you want one, go and have a look. The link will be in the description below. Anyway, I've been missing from the channel and mostly the Facebook page for the best part of three and a half months. And the beginning of this video is to sort of explain what's been going on and what I've been doing. Well, unfortunately, I've not been doing anything on the truck, although I did do a bit yesterday, which was quite nice. You might remember I said back in, in fact I don't know when I said it, I'm pretty sure I've said before I was made redundant. The truck was part of giving me something to do. Now through lockdown you'd think I would have been doing a lot on the truck, but because I was made redundant I've been trying to find work, and I've started my own business, which is why the van's all nicely sign written. I'm doing garden machinery these days, which is interesting. It's not really paying the bills just yet. New business, trying to build up a customer base. I've been working 7 days a week. And the days I've been trying to put aside to come and do some work on the truck, it's been one of those jobs where at the last minute somebody's needed something doing, and because I need to build my customer base up and I need to get the work at the moment, the truck's just had to wait. Lockdown's not been a lot of fun for anybody. It's certainly not been fun for me, although I'm very lucky. You see behind me got some beautiful scenery and some cyclists, which drives me mad on the little country roads, but they've got as much right to be here as I have. Been out in the countryside, so I've not been stuck. Been able to go out for long walks, and I've been able to come over and do bits on the truck before I started my business. I love the sign writing on my van. I'm really pleased with it. It cost me a fortune, but it's anyway. I'm only very, very local, so if you're watching this video, chances are you're not in the area that I cover. But we've talked about getting a workshop and getting more projects on the channel. Well, that's actually starting to happen now. So, whoop, just fallen down a hole. I shall show you very briefly our little workshop that we've managed to get hold of. And here it is. This is our workshop. You can see it's about that wide, about that deep. So it's about 45 feet deep. It's about, I reckon that's got to be about 4 meters wide. So it's actually wide enough and deep enough for the Marlin to go in if we took the ramp out. It's not tall enough, or the lintel here isn't tall enough. As you can see, I've got loads and loads of mowers. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. That's a rotavator in pieces, doesn't work. That one doesn't work. Those two there don't work. That one doesn't work because it's not got an engine. The one it's sat on, this one here, that sort of works. He's doing that. One behind it does work but needs some paint. This one works but needs TLC, and there's chainsaws and none of those work. There's a theme here, but hopefully some of these might actually do some videos on, sorting them out, doing bits of getting running, just little project bits. You can see there underneath a dust sheet there is a car. That car is, I think it's a really cool car. You might not, but I hope you do, because that car's going to be appearing on this channel a bit. It belongs to a good friend of mine. It's his project. However, I'm going to be helping him with it in between other things, and he's going to be appearing on the channel. Now, we actually filmed the first video introducing him and that car yesterday, so when it's edited, hopefully it should go out around about a week after this video goes live. You can also see we've got a 2-post ramp in here. Currently doesn't work, we need to recommission it. It's not been used in several years. It's not actually connected at the moment. It was. I just walk forward. I've got to make sure I don't show you any bits of the car you can identify. Where's my finger? There it is. That's where it used to be. There's the old electrics for it, although they're disconnected. So we moved it with the telehandler from the farm. Borrowed the telehandler. It was very kind of the owners to let us use it. And we moved it, and we're trying to get the electrics put in. So I've emailed the electrician tonight, and hopefully we'll be getting some electrics in here. We've also got old Bristol, I think it's a Bulldog compressor. Needs some bearings. That needs sorting out. Up there's no real lights. There is one sodium light. It's really bright. That's not our light really. That's the only light in here at the moment. So we're going to get 2 big LED lights put in, a couple of plug sockets, some power for the ramp and for what's it called, the air compressor. So that'd be really, really good. Because when the air compressor's working, I want to get a shot blasting cabinet. So the plan is, you'll see some more of the car. You'll see a lot more of the car. You might see some bits about the mowers. Depending on what needs doing to the ramp, I might actually do a video on getting the ramp working, and I'll try and do a video on doing the bearings on the compressor. It all depends if I remember to bring the camera with me, because I'm terrible at remembering that, and I've lost the battery, or the spare battery for it, which hopefully I'll find. Anyway, that's enough of this. This is all new stuff. That's probably not what most of you are here for at the moment. So let's go and see the old girl, shall we? And here she is. She's still here, which is nice to see. Because apart from yesterday, in the last 3 months, I've probably been round here 2 or 3 times, just to grab something that I'd left in her. So you see she's still in quite a sorry state. I'm going to show you a couple of bits. I'm not sure if I've put in a video, and most of the video that I'd recorded before lockdown, and hadn't already put out there, I just don't know. It's such a muddle. I'm going to scrap it and we're going to start again, or just carry on from where we are. So you can see we've got this panel off. In fact, the panel's down there. The headlights are, I think the headlights are at home. See, this is the metalwork that holds the headlights. Is quite bad. The cobwebs. Good job Joe's not here. She'd hate this. Yeah, lots of cobwebs. You can see all the metalwork's gone. It's really bad. This needs redoing. If there was a flaw, I could talk to you about it, but there's not really, so we won't talk about the flaw. Come over the bull bar. This here is not good. Behind here, there's supposed to be a piece of angle iron welded on that holds the windscreen. Now, if I come around here, you can see, oops, this window's not held in by much, and yeah, that is horrifying. That's quite scary, because that windscreen is going to be horrendously expensive to replace. But we've got to take the windscreen out, which is a worry. So that's what we're on this side of the cab. On the inside, the dashboard's still in, you can probably just about make out. I'll just show you inside quickly. We've still got the ABS unit to take out. Whoops, obviously the right hand door opens now. I don't know if I told you that before. I actually had to smash the lock to pieces, so I have to get a new lock, but that's the least of my worries at the moment. So all this needs dewiring. Up in there you see the spirally conduits at the back. I'm slowly cutting the wires and numbering them, because it's easier to do that and then put a multi-plug in afterwards, and to try to get the whole wiring loom out to get the dash out. I think, looking at it, it probably should have had multi-plugs there. That was the idea, I think. But the whole situation this year has left me with a bit of a conundrum I'm going to talk to you about. I was going to bring the tripod round and didn't. Just found an old chair to sit on, some rubbish to prop the camera on. When I bought the truck, I knew it was an expensive truck. I knew tyres were going to be expensive. I knew the cab needed some work, but I didn't understand just how expensive this truck is going to be to do up. So I thought I had the lead on some part worn tyres for them, because it has to have 4. The front 2 are okay, could do a replacing, but still tread on them illegal. So I thought I had a lead on some £600 for 4 part worn tyres, which that fell through, which leaves me having to buy new tyres for it at some point. Long way in the future at the moment, so I can do a bit of saving up. But we're looking, if we put 6 new Michelins on, which is what it's fitted with, we're probably looking about 15,000. I think so. Maybe 2, 4, yeah. So basically they're about 2,400 each. For about 1,100 we can get some unbranded or lesser known brand tyres, but that's still an awful lot of money. So you're still looking 6,600 at least. The windscreen's a worry. We're going to have to take it out. I don't think it's liftable by hand sensibly, so we're going to have to try and hire some kit. We've got to take it out, then store it somehow safely, and then put it back in without breaking it. And it is delaminating slightly. And I've had not a proper quote, but figures have been banded about around sort of £4,000–5,000 to replace the windscreen if we break it. So worst case scenario, tyres and the windscreen is £20,000. It needs probably best part of £1,000 worth of metalwork put into the cab. That's without welding consumables and paint. Then there's getting the electrics back in, there's replacing the missing or repairing the electrics and replacing missing parts. The joystick for the monitor is not obsolete but very close to it, and I'll have to try and pick one up as soon as, well, in the next year probably, before they go completely obsolete. That's £1,000 plus VAT on its own. So like I said, when I bought it I was thinking I was going to get 4 tyres for 600 quid, about 150 quid's worth of patches put in the floor on the cab, and I thought the joystick would be about 100 quid. Very, very naive coming into this project, which sort of says, what do I do now? Do I sell it? Well, at the moment, with the cab stripped down, it's an awful lot of work to try to put the cab back together again, to start it, to move it. Also trying to get a wrecker in here to tow her out. She's in quite cramped quarters. A wrecker would get in, but she doesn't manoeuvre very well. To get where she's parked now, we had to shunt her quite a bit, so the steering lock's very bad. You would struggle, I think, to get underneath an angle where you could get underneath and lift her, and also this axle is quite a long way back from the front. So I know when they once towed one from Bowson's in Devon all the way up to Northern Counties and Wigan on a wrecker, they actually had to make a special frame for it to be able to lift it on a wrecker. So getting her out on a wrecker is going to be would be difficult. Getting her out on a low loader would be impossible from where she is, but you could load it actually in the farmyard if you get around there. Straight dragging her would be difficult because she's got no steering at the moment. So and if I did sell her, I wouldn't get back anywhere close to what I paid at the moment, I don't think, because you can easily see all the problems that I couldn't see at the time, and they weren't hidden from me, but they just weren't visible to anybody. I'm certainly not saying that the person, I wasn't misled. I was given as much time as I like to look over her. It's just you couldn't see it without taking up all of the floor and taking all the body panels off, and so the previous owner wouldn't have known it was as bad, I don't believe, and I certainly didn't. So the other option there is scrap her and cut her up. There's lots of aluminium, well, not lots, there's some aluminium in her, obviously lots of steel, some of it very rusty. I mean, the axles are heavy, and the axles might be saleable, the gearbox might be saleable, but I think it's quite an unusual box, probably not really wanted by people. The pump would sell, the engine would sell, but then there's an awful lot of fiberglass top of the cab, all of the tank is fiberglass, all the panels on the back I think are fiberglass. So yeah, the tyres aren't worth anything because they're too worn. So even breaking her, we're not going to make a lot of money from it. I know, like, people that have been following the video, following the channel so far, and that will probably at this point, if you haven't already turned off the video in disgust, be really disappointed in me talking about selling or scrapping her. But you've got to understand, this year, especially with finances and things like that, it's been a very difficult year. It's been difficult for me. It's been more difficult, far more difficult for other people. But I've not had an income. I've still not really got an income. So savings have gone on paying the bills rather than going towards this old lady. And savings are running out. So I've had to consider selling her or breaking her. Hopefully you might have worked out that I'm the sort of person that leads with my heart much more than my head. Hence this thing being sat here. So that's not going to happen. Very, very worst case scenario, I would break her, but I would try to sell her first to somebody. I'd probably might even offer to give her away if I thought it would save her. But I don't want to do that. I want to keep her. I love her to pieces. I think it's she's my third favourite lady, after my other half and the dog. I think my other half might actually question what order that goes in, and whether this is my third favourite lady really. But yeah, no, she is. I love her to pieces. I don't want to part with her. So I've got to find ways of funding things. One thing we're doing is Teespring. Teespring, we're trying to sell t-shirts and things through. We don't make very much off them, and they're quite expensive. But I can't afford to have t-shirts printed and have them sat at home and be able to sell them off when people come to me. So it's a way of doing it without investing any money. If you go to www.projectmarlin.co.uk, there's links there to the Teespring shop. You will also find Amazon links to things that I use, including the wireless mic and the camera I'm recording on now, and other things like WD-40, I think nitrile gloves, stuff like that. Those links, if you follow them, if you buy anything from those links, I will receive a fee for advertising. If you click the links and don't buy what the link takes you to, but you stay on Amazon and you buy something else within half an hour, I think it is, I will get a smaller fee for directing you there, which will all go towards this girl, as will anything from Teespring. It was mentioned to me by a gentleman that he doesn't want to buy anything. He doesn't want a t-shirt, he doesn't want a mug, he doesn't want to buy anything off Amazon at the moment, but he wanted to contribute to the restoration, in a small way. He wanted to contribute to the restoration of this thing. So to that end, we've set up a GoFundMe. It's been running for a while. I've not mentioned it because I've not got a video recently. That's changing. We might not be a video a week, which is what we were trying to do, but we're going to try and get a couple of videos out a month at least. Not all on the Marlin, unfortunately, because things are taking longer than I'd like on her, and also money is going to prevent certain things happening. So even once the cab's all stripped out, I need to raise £1,000 or close to be able to get all the metalwork sorted out to start putting the cab back together again. So once the cab's stripped, videos on the cab will stop, and until the cab's together I can't really do anything on the wiring. There's a few little things on the hydraulics I could do, but there's not a huge amount I can really do without being able to run her and test things. But like I said, we've got the GoFundMe set up, and there's a link to that again on our website, but there will be a link in the description to the Teespring, also to the GoFundMe, and to our social media pages. So that's where we are really. We've got much else to tell you. We'll have a video from our 1980s mystery man coming soon, an introduction to him and his 1980s mystery car. And yeah, well, thank you very much for watching through this video. If you've got this far, you probably deserve a medal. I've rambled on far longer than I intended to on this one. If you do decide you want to help us with financially with this thing, anything from the GoFundMe or from the Amazon affiliate links or from Teespring goes into a separate bank account to anything else that I've got, and it's for this. It's not for any other project. It's not for putting fuel in the van. It's not for me. Oh, I was going to say buying hair gel, but I don't buy hair gel. It is for the Marlin. I want to get her back on the road. I want to get her to shows. I want to be able to get her at a show with buckets out there for local charities or the firefighters charity or something like that. So that would be brilliant. And I want people to see her. Anyway, I'm getting I'm going off on tangent. I'm going to try and steer back because I was trying to end the video. If people once Lockdown are over are local to me and have got skills and they want to come along and give me a hand on things once I get to parts where I need help, there's a contacts form on the website. There's also our Facebook page. You can message us through Facebook or Instagram. Send us a message, and if we get to a point where people can come from outside and we need some help, I'll give you a shout, because that'd be great. I'm not a bad mechanic, but certain things you just can't do on your own, and help has been not easy to come by at times. Anyway, video. You deserve a medal if you've got this far. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more videos coming soon. There's going to be a bit more varied content. There's going to be more of this old lady because she's going nowhere, especially because she won't start at the moment. And yeah, ring that bell notification if you'd like to know when we're uploading new videos. If you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you have, although I doubt it, to be honest, because I wouldn't want to watch it, please ring that bell. If you'd like to have message us on any of the social media, leave us a comment. We love to hear comments. We love to try, if you've got a question, we'll reply to you. And we'll see you for the next video, which will be epically more exciting, I hope. We'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.